Good morning, friends. I am Teddy Hicks, and I'm reading you an affirmation from my book, My Life Gets Better Every Day. Today's Sunday, February 8th, 2026, Super Bowl day. And our affirmation is, my external world reflects my internal energy. You can't manifest more money when you're paralyzed with fear about being broke. You can't create a healthy, strong body when you're criticizing and hating yourself. You can't have harmonious relationships when you're holding on to resentment, pain, and grudges from the past. Find ways to create the happiness, peace, and freedom you desire right now, even before anything really changes. What can you do today to love yourself a little bit more, to forgive and let go of old hurt, or to feel incredibly grateful for the life you already have? If you can find a way to be a little happier, feel a little more secure, and to be a bit more loving right now, you'll start attracting more and more of those wonderful things until one day you look around and realize you've created exactly the life you want, and it was fun, easy, and exciting. Love, Teddy. This one is so important to remember, and this is something I think all of us forget, is that if you're unhappy with something that's happening in your life right now, kind of wallowing in those feelings and like leaning into the like anger and upset about your current circumstances or something that's happened to you in the past is keeping you stuck in that situation. 100% those emotions and those feelings and those thought processes are keeping you stuck. You are locking yourself into those positions. And so in order to make physical things change in your life, you have to first create that internal environment that's going to lead to that, right? You need to, first of all, feel better. You need to think better. You need to have a better mindset. And you need to attract better energy from the universe. And none of that is going to happen as long as you're like mired in the old feelings and thoughts that brought you to where you are right now. And so the internal work comes first, and then the external circumstances will change. Nobody wants to hear that. I know that. When you are stuck, when you're upset, when you're angry, when you're resentful, when you're just struggling, straining, stressed out, anxious, whatever, it feels like the right thing to do to like take action, to run around and try to fix it, to try to solve this problem, which only creates more anxiety in your body, right? And in your mind. And that is keeping you stuck. You're literally just cementing yourself into the position that you're in right now in your physical circumstances. So take a step back from trying to run around and fix everything and notice what your internal environment, what's going on inside, right? Because if you can even just take 5 minutes every day to do the gratitude work, to walk around and just like look at the sun, if there's sun where you are, this weather is brutal, to feel good about something in your life, to change that internal environment, to think different thoughts, that really is powerful. Even when you're struggling and you cannot possibly think how you could feel better inside, if you can just think something differently over and over again several times a day, it does change the way you feel. Even if in the beginning it feels like you're lying to yourself, and I totally get that. But it will eventually change the way you feel and the way you're operating in the world. So what can it be today? It can just be like, I'm so grateful for everything I have, or like this situation's temporary, I know better things are on the way, or I'm sure tomorrow will be a little bit easier for me. Just something that can lift you out of the funk that you're in right now and start shifting that internal energy and your thought processes so that your external environment can change. That's the progression, right? It's the internal stuff and then the external stuff. And so it really is impossible to do the things that you want to do in your life if your thought processes and your energy inside your body are not aligned with it. And it's like if you want to have a better relationship with your spouse, but you're sitting around all day thinking about how annoying your spouse is, or holding on to resentment from a mistake that was made in the past, or just feeling angry and annoyed with everything they do, you're not going to have a better relationship with your spouse. That work starts when you look at them and say, okay, today I'm going to focus on the things I do like about my person. I'm going to think about what brought us together in the first place, and kind of lean into those details that I love about them, that I know. And like, life is frustrating. I know it's really easy to get like down in your relationship, but you can deliberately try to focus on the things that you are still happy with and the things that you like, or make things better. You make the effort to have more fun together, plan more fun activities, try to like zero in and magnify the parts of them that you really enjoy. And that's how your relationship will get better, So it's not about sitting there and telling them to change. We all know that doesn't work, right? We all know that does not work. You cannot sit there and say, you need to be better to make me happier. You have to create that for yourself. I hope that is helpful for you today. Thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful Sunday, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.